Hello class, this is your instructor Steve Rothenberg, and I'm going to quickly go over the assignments for week 5. The first one is on page 320. I've got the course open so I can get to the doc sharing where I need to open a file. I also have the book open to the chapter summary, so I've just switched screens to show you what I have, what you should have open just like I have, and we'll go through these together. Notice that the chapter summary is on page 319 and the next page contains our assignment. So let's take a look at it. Just flip over the page, go down to apply your knowledge. We want to save a Word document in a number of different formats. We want to save it as a web page here, we want to save it as a PDF, and we want to save it as an XPS document. Now, as you can imagine, everything you need to know is going to be listed in the chapter summary. So here's a section on how to save a Word document as a web page. Here's a section on how to save a Word document as a PDF, and here's one section on saving a Word document as an XPS document. So again, if you didn't know about any of these things, you could find them in the chapter summary. We'll also be using these two sections, adding a background color and adding a pattern fill. But remember, the idea is that when you go to the assignment and you start to be looking at the questions that they're asking, go to the chapter summary almost immediately to find your answers. So in part 1, save the document as a single file web page using the file apply 5.1. Let's go find it and open it. It's this one here. Just click on it, open it. And the first thing, let's enable editing. Let's save it as a web page. Let's click File and Save As so we can save it to our hard drive. I'm going to save it to my Downloads folder where I have a number of documents, and I'm going to just call this, name it that. But I'm going to choose, in this drop-down list here, I'm going to choose Single File Web Page. So now the file name is still Apply 5.1 Computers and Healthcare, but this type of the file being saved is a single file web page. Let's see what it looks like. Well, it definitely changed the image, expanded out the width of the document, but we have to do some other things to it. So let's take a look at what we have to do. Let's go back to the assignment. Let's go back to the assignment page. It says add the background color gold accent to lighter 80%, and then apply the solid diamond pattern fill effect. Well, going back to the chapter summary, let's go back one page. You'll notice that what you need to know is on section 32, page 316, and then also page 316. I'll perform these for you right now. Very simply put, I need to go to the page layout, I need to go to page color, I need to choose gold accent lighter 80, so it's that one. Click OK. Now I need to set the effects, fill effects. I need a pattern, and they want the diamond pattern. Now it's a little hard to see, but it's this one down here, and if I click on it, you'll see it says solid diamond. I'll click OK, and you'll notice now that my page has lots of little diamond shapes in it. So let's click Save. Now, the next step, this is now on the top of page 321, it says use Internet Explorer to view the web page. And then it says print out the web page, but you don't need to do that. So let's just look to see how we can use Internet Explorer to display this page and then see what it looks like. So I'm going to close this document. I'm going to go to my file system, and I'm going to, this is the one that I just saved. I've actually done this one before, which is why I have it in there twice, but let's right click on this. Notice it's a MHT file, which is a file that is able to be opened by web browsers. I'm going to open with, and then I'm going to choose Internet Explorer. And there's the web page, or the Word document, displayed in a web browser. So if you want to create a web page and you want to start with all your documents in the Word format, you can then convert them into a format that will be displayable on a web page with ease. So we've completed step 3 on the top of page 321. Let's go to step 4, which is, we're going to close this, we'll get rid of it. We're going to go back to the doc sharing. we're going to reopen this file. Let's open it up. It's going to show us the same thing as before. Let's enable editing. But in step 4, we're going to save it as a PDF. A PDF is a format that's proprietary to the Adobe company, and they have a reader that allows somebody to view a file that's in a PDF format. So how do we do that? Well, this is really pretty simple. There's actually there may be an option to save as an Adobe PDF right on your file menu, but if there isn't, you click Save As, and then you can select in this drop-down list, you can select PDF document. Okay, the name, it's given it a -3, that's fine. We're going to save it to the Downloads folder, so I know where to find it. And let's click Save. Now, it turns out that the document, as soon as we click Save, it actually opens itself up automatically in Adobe Acrobat Pro, or on your machine it might be Adobe Acrobat Reader. Let's go back to that. There it is. It seems like it, oops, it's asking me to, to buy a copy of it now. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to quit. So if it comes up that your document comes up in Adobe and it asks you to purchase something, just click Cancel. So that was step 4. It opened up in Adobe, and step 5 is going to be something very similar. Let's close this document, and now I'm going to open it just once more. Here it is, and this time I'm going to save it in an XPS format. And again, if you look at the chapter summary, and I'll go back and do that very quickly, you'll notice that how to save a document in XPS format is in section 21. But I'll show it to you here. So we'll enable editing, we'll do a Save As, and notice the similar screen. It gave it a number 4 because it had to bump the sequence number. But here we can just go XPS document, and as soon as I do that and click OK, click Save, it's going to open the XPS viewer, which you can see here. And this is simply just another way to prepare the document so it can be viewed by different computer programs on different people's computers. That is step 5. Now in step 6, it would open the original document again. Let's see, we want to quit this, so let's quit that. We want to close the document, and let's just open it up again, and we'll do the very last step. So the last document, or the last step, we open the document once again. Here back in doc sharing, open it up. Okay, now it says run the using the original file, which we have open, run the compatibility checker. Now, how do we do that? Well, if we don't know, let's go back. Let's enable editing. Let's go back to the book. Let's go to the chapter summary. Something in here is going to tell us about compatibility checker. So that's on page 305. Let's go and check it out. WD 305. I'm now going to go to the page where tells us how to run the compatibility checker. That's right, it always takes me one page earlier, so let's go to advance ahead. To run the compatibility checker, we notice that there's a check for issues button, and then when you click that, you'll see compatibility check. So let's do it on our own file here. Let's go to the file system. Let's go check for issues. Let's do check for compatibility. And what the compatibility checker allows us to do is to check to see if a document that has been saved in an earlier version of Word is still valid. So first we have to save the file as, and I'll just let it bump up the number to 5. But now if I click here, I can see that it says save it in an older version of Word. So now it's in a Word 97 to 2003 version. Let's save that to my downloads folder so I can open it up. Great. Now, the compatibility checker actually comes up automatically sometimes, and it says the following features in this document are not supported by an earlier version of Word. So it's telling me that some of the things I've typed into my Word 2010 program are not going to be viewable by the program that's saved in the Word 2003 1997-2003 version. And what it's saying is that there are certain effects on the text that will be removed. Okay, so let's continue. And now we'll finally notice it says a compatibility mode. Up here it means that we're in a mode that's compatible with Word 2010, but not exactly the same. Let's do the file checker now. Check for issues, compatibility check. And now it's actually taken care of the compatibility issue that we had before when that window came up. And since we took care of it, now there are no issues at all. It's actually removed whatever effects it couldn't display, and now the version is compatible with Microsoft 1997 or 2003. So that takes care of the assignment for the first of our 3 assignments in week 5. I hope that was instructive. Please let me know if you have any questions.